Good afternoon, ma'am. I'm Retractor Vishal Shah, the Departmental Executive of Professional Development, and I'll be a moderator for the interview. This interview is taking place under our initiative called the Conclave, which is a blender of speaker sessions, interviews, and competitive phases spanning over the period of 6 days. The event that we are organizing aims at creating awareness about everything there is to know about the world of accounting and finance, and to know about chartered accountancy from a career standpoint. It revolves around the current scene of finance and accounting from a place of work. Today, we have Ms. Alpha Kedia as our panelist for the interview. She's a partner with PwC who has been at the firm for 25 years. She specializes in the field of auditing, particularly financial services. Ma'am, before we begin, I'd like to inform you that this interview will be recorded and posted on our various social media platforms. With your permission, can we start?
Sure, Risha. Happy to be here.
Thank you, ma'am. I would like to start off this interview by asking what made you pursue this particular field out of all the innumerable career options?
So that goes back many, many years. And as I think about when I was out of my 10th standard and looking to make a career choice, right? My earliest memories of this is I come from a business family. And the mantra that I often heard growing up is for any successful business to be successful, you need a strong finance and accounts domain within it. And so naturally for me, it was a natural transition to kind of pick accounts and finance, the very heart that makes any business successful. And that's how my journey for accounts and finance started.
Right. That is really amazing, ma'am. Moving on to our second question. What are your roles and responsibilities in your organization?
So I've been with the firm for 25 years and I started right at the bottom of the rung as a audit senior, or in those days we were called a junior officer, and worked my way through as a partner. My day-to-day responsibilities really involve interacting with clients, interacting with my team members, looking at financial statements. At the end of the audit process, signing off the audit opinion to provide that credibility and trust to those financial statements. In addition to this, of course, there will be various organizational administrative kind of duties that I would need to do. But essentially, the heart of my role is to be able to carry out audits of these financial statements.
That is great, ma'am. Moving on to our third question. Currently, there's a lot of number of people that are pursuing chartered accountancy. So, what do you think is the scope of this particular field in future?
Oh, we've had historically as well a lot of people who pursued chartered accountancy, and people who finally cleared chartered accountancy. I don't think I know too many people who are unemployed. And that's the beauty of this course, right? Because when you do chartered accountancy, not only does it prepare you for a career in finance and accounts, the traditional careers of a CFO or in the public accounting space, that of an auditor, but it actually provides you the experience and the learning to be able to do a wide variety of functions. So you could actually be doing an investment banking role. You could actually be working in the operations department. You could actually be a compliance person. You could actually be your own entrepreneur, right? And as I said upfront, I mean, my journey started with the maxim that I always heard at home to say, every successful business depends on how successful your finance and accounts function is. So you could be an entrepreneur who starts off with finance and accounts for his or her own entity, as well as providing this to others. I think as CAs, the world is wide open. It's for us to choose which space we want to play.
I think for people who like accounts even a bit, they should definitely consider CA as their option. Like they have it, but they should definitely consider this.
Absolutely. I mean, in my mind, as a chartered accountant, there are so many different things that one could actually do, right? Uh, like I said, I mean, finance accounts is the easiest and the most direct connection. But even if you step away from there and you think of some of the other offbeat, the new age career choices, I mean, a chartered accountant could well also specialize into an actuarial program just because of the inherent love for numbers and understanding of numbers, right? So I think the field is wide open for chartered accountants. And honestly, if you ask me, today we are in a global economy. I mean, this is no longer about India, and the demand for accountants in a global economy will always be far higher than what we can supply.
Definitely, ma'am. Moving on to our fourth question. What skills, in your opinion, are a must-have for people who are looking forward to opt for this particular field?
Sorry, could you say that again, Rishabh?
Yeah, definitely, ma'am. What skills, in your opinion, do you think are a must-have for those who are looking forward to opting for chartered accountancy as a career field?
Sure. Uh, so for me, there are three skills that I have personally always worked on for myself, and I always encourage all my team members to kind of be focused on. Not necessarily in that order, but analytical skills is extremely important. So the ability to read a set of financial statements and read the story, the business story behind those numbers, all comes from analytical reasoning, analytical skills, right? Why is a particular number high? What does it signify? Does it mean that the company is likely to make profits? It's expecting some sort of a downturn. Is there a problem in some segment of the business of the company? So how the analytical skills that you bring to the table is extremely important. The eye for detail. Okay, accounting is all about detailing. It's all about looking at the last digit, and it's all about understanding uh, the details, right? I mean, it's often said that the devil is in the details, right? And that's to me where a chartered accountant scores miles over an MBA with finance, precisely because as a chartered accountant, as an accountant, we learn to build that eye for detail. And last but not the least, to me, interpersonal skills. I mean, I cannot say enough about interpersonal skills, right? As a chartered accountant, you're interacting with clients. As an accountant, you're interacting with your fellow colleagues. You're interacting with your team members. You're interacting in the outside world with various stakeholders like the investor community, etc. Right? So the ability to be able to communicate and explain your point of view is extremely important in every walk of life, but particularly in accounting and finance.
That is like we actually need to consider even as students to make sure that we have these particular skills, like be it accounting or any other field, these things. But like then definitely the one that you said, an eye for detail, that is like we understand it because even we are studying accounts right now, so we do realize how important that is. Uh, yeah, ma'am, you were saying something.
No, I mean, absolutely. One cannot emphasize enough on the need for eye for detail, right? I mean, as an accountant, you're preparing the financial statements, which a lot of stakeholders are going to be depending on. If you're a chartered accountant and you're in the public accounting profession, as an auditor, you would be auditing those financial statements. So detailing becomes extremely important in both these streams.
Right, ma'am, definitely. Moving on to our next question. What do you consider to be the biggest challenge faced in this accounting profession?
So, to me, the world is evolving, and it's evolving at a pace that we are struggling to keep pace with, right? And if you think about it in the context of accounting and finance, right? One of the important functions that accountants and chartered accountants in particular do is give credibility to the financial statements that have been prepared, both as a preparer and as a public accountant. This, in my view, also creates a challenge, particularly in the changing context today. Right? If you look at the stakeholders, the different stakeholders, there are different expectations of the accountants. So let's just focus on one of them. Right? Let's look at the regulator. Today, the regulator expects the accountants to prepare a financial statements that actually tell the story of the company's performance. They expect the auditors or the chartered accountants to audit those financial statements such that any frauds, any illegal acts, any untoward incidents are appropriately identified and reported. So in my mind, managing stakeholder expectation today is the biggest challenge that the accountants are facing.
That is, yeah, now that you put it that way, we understand. And ma'am, I would like to end this interview by asking you, do you have any advice for the budding accountants?
Absolutely. Always be curious, always continue learning. The profession is growing, and over a period of time, you will find your niche. But the basics will always remain the same. So, really work hard on building your foundation. Be passionate about what you are doing. And at some stage in life, in career, you will learn, you will find a place where you can marry your passion with your skills.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was such an honor interviewing you, and I would really like to thank you for sparing time for this endeavor of our team.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.